it's Vanessa V, and welcome to my channel where we discuss reigning over your life, conquering what's holding you back, and living life in victory each day using simplified strategies that work for you. And today I want to talk to you about one of those strategies. This is something that I use every single day because it is so impactful for me. And I also want to go over with you the negative part of it that used to affect me every single day, because I figured if it was affecting me, it's probably affecting you too. So let's have a chat about it. In January, I shared with you, it is January, a few weeks ago in the New Year's resolution segment, I shared with you that I wanted to spend the month of January 2021 discussing some of those core key things that I do every single day that help me to truly reign over my post-traumatic stress disorder. Even though this entire channel is about doing that, this is one of those things that I lean on every single day. It is one of the core pillars of my success with living with my PTSD. And so I'm hoping that it'll help you too, even if you don't have PTSD. And this also is great all year round, not just in January. So anyway, let's get to it. I guess there's two words that I want to go over today: venting and complaining. And the link between both is, I see it as acknowledging negative stuff. And one path can take us in one direction. One path can take us in another direction. Our society, at least here in the United States, tends to be a suck it up society, right? Where it's just like, get over it. Don't talk about it. Don't share your problems. Just deal with it on your own. And that can be extremely destructive. But I think when we learn that, we then absorb that and apply that sort of rule to ourselves and to others. And so it's just sort of this cyclical thing that continues. And I definitely did that with myself. Growing up, I learned very early on, and it sort of wore me down over the years, that staying silent even with yourself, but especially others, about negative stuff going on is not wanted. It's not a good thing. Don't do it. And basically, all in all, in a nutshell, what I ended up doing was just avoiding everything that didn't feel very good inside. Like, I wouldn't really talk about it. I didn't think about it. I just thought, if I ignore all the bad stuff, everything will be great. Yay! And it really wasn't. Nope. I ended up burning out, and I had a lot of physical issues that occurred, and it broke me down. And we'll talk about that in some future segments because it was devastating to my life, but it also revolutionized my life in a lot of ways because I learned that actually acknowledging the negative stuff is very beneficial and can really help us a lot if we do it in a healthier way. And so I had to kind of learn what that was. And so on my journey of learning what that was and how to do that, I sort of came to the realization that there's two ways we can share or acknowledge, whether it's with ourselves or our phone or our journals or someone or in prayer. There's two ways that we can acknowledge the negative. And one way can take us down sort of a negative path, and one way can be positive. And of course, I wanted the positive path because I just want to get back to living. So, complaining. I know that a lot of us are really familiar with that word. And I found that complaining can be the negative path. And here's why. For me, complaining is sort of problem-oriented, where we're just focused on the problem. We're fixated on it. It continues that cycle that we're in, and it sort of doesn't really help us go anywhere. It just keeps us stuck. But we don't realize that we think we're doing something because it does feel better. We tend to get affirmation or sympathy from other people or empathy from other people. It's familiar. We're staying in what's familiar. Even though what's familiar doesn't feel very good, at least it's a known. And we can expect things. And that all comes back to the brain that we talk about on this channel, where the brain just wants to keep us safe. So it's just trying to keep us focused on the negative and keep us in that state, that victim mentality. Even if we are actually victims, I'm not saying we're not, but it can keep us and hold us in that fearful position. The next word, next word is venting. And this is something that I have come to do every single day. It is a hack for me, a stress hack. It is an amazing coping skill because it's solution oriented. That's what I've come to find. And because it's solution oriented, there's a way out. I may not know what it is at the time, but all I know is that acknowledging negative stuff that I'm feeling or that I'm thinking, listing it out, speaking it, thinking it, whatever I need to do, acknowledging it with the intent of finding a solution has been instrumental in me conquering my stress, worry, anxiety, and panic, and all that stuff. When we approach venting or acknowledging the negative from the mindset of, I am doing this to actively find a solution, it can feel better. It's helping to retrain our brain to actually be a better problem solver and to focus on the solution instead of the negative. So we become better at that instinctually or instinctively. Not sure what the word is there. It's also helping me to feel more confident in myself because I know that the more I do this, the more competent I'm going to get in how I interact with negativity, with different situations, and how to go about fixing those things and coming out better than before. So by increasing my competency, I'm actually increasing my confidence in these situations. And I feel so much more confident going into situations that used to freak me out before, because I know even if I feel anxious or I get a panic attack, which isn't very often anymore, I'm going to know how to deal with it. And that's what a lot of these stress hacks are for, but venting absolutely helps. And it helps keep my stress and anxiety levels down. Just throughout the day, I'm constantly dropping by acknowledging in a way that's more meaningful. And it's not just sitting in the problem, but it's actually, I'm doing this, I'm venting this because I know doing this is going to help release it. It's going to help my brain let go of it because now I'm acknowledging the danger so it doesn't need to freak out anymore. And I'm going to be able to just live my life. A couple things right before we go that I want to just share with you is picking who we vent to. So if we decide that, sharing with someone is what we really need to do, I definitely do it. Perhaps having just a few people that you tend to do that with and sharing with them, I need to vent. I do that with Nick. I immediately go, hey, honey, I need to vent. And that allows him to know, because we've done it so much, that I need him to be there with me, helping me to fix the problem, but not dismissing it. So I'm letting him know what his purpose is with me and that I'm looking to him to help guide me. And I think that has been so helpful. And also just, again, wherever you need to vent, feel free to do it because it's all about training our brain to focus on the solution, and it's about releasing what's inside so that it doesn't hold us down and cover us in that nasty muck that problems in life can do. In a future soon-to-be video, I'm going to share with you guys some of the unique ways that I vent in hopes that it can help you too. I'm hoping that this segment today has helped us all to become more comfortable with the idea, especially if it's something that we've been afraid to do, but doing it in a way that actually works for us and has an end goal and has a meaning to it that is to help us rise higher. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and I can't wait to see you guys next time. So have an awesome week. I'm sending you awesome vibes, and I'll see you next time. Bye!